Peace be upon you, dear friends. Today, let's take a journey to rediscover the endless love and boundless power of our Creator God. It's easy to feel lost, to feel overwhelmed by the troubles of this world. But remember, my friends, no mistake is too big for God's mercy. His forgiveness is always there, waiting for us to turn to Him with a truly sorry heart. Sometimes we might stumble and stray from the right path. We might feel the weight of our flaws, the heaviness of our errors. But let's never lose hope, for God, the most merciful, is closer to us than we can imagine. He hears our every whisper, sees every tear, and understands the deepest wishes of our hearts. Turn to Him with honesty, with a heart full of regret and a strong desire to change. Ask for His forgiveness and His guidance, for He always answers the call of those who ask Him truthfully. From our first breath, we are reminded of God's total power as the one who gives and takes life. Everyone will experience death, a truth that shows us how temporary this world is. But in this knowledge, there is great comfort. Knowing that our time here is limited helps us focus on what truly matters, making God happy and doing good deeds. Let's not fear death, but rather, let's fear a life lived without remembering God. While we are limited by time, God is eternal, free from the limits of birth and death. He is the source of all life, always watching over everything He created. This should fill our hearts with strong hope and trust in His endless mercy. No matter how lost we may feel, how heavy our burdens, we are never alone. The ever-living God is always there, His presence a constant source of comfort and strength. Look at the world around us. The amazing balance of nature, the rhythm of day and night, the food given to every living thing. This is the work of the Sustainer, the one who supports all, the one everything depends on. Every breath we take, every bite of food we eat, shows His boundless generosity and care. We completely depend on Him, and yet, He gives us so much, reminding us of His endless love and compassion. In the quiet of our thoughts, deep in our hearts, we may feel unseen, unheard, but God sees and hears everything. Not a single leaf falls that He doesn't know about, not a word is whispered that He isn't aware of. This should inspire us to live truthfully, to make our intentions and actions pure, knowing that we are always with the one who sees and knows everything inside us. Look at the night sky, filled with countless stars, each one showing the amazing power and majesty of the most glorious God. His creation speaks of His beauty, His perfection, a perfection beyond our understanding. Every sunrise, every gentle breeze, every carefully made leaf whispers of His artistry, His unmatched skill. Let's remember His greatness in everything we do, humbling ourselves before His magnificence. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to forget the one truth that truly matters, the oneness of God. He is unique, without partners, without rivals, the only one we should worship. This understanding should free us from wanting things from this world, from needing approval or happiness from anything or anyone other than Him. Just as He is one, He is also indivisible. The one and only God cannot be divided. This complete oneness shows His unmatched power and majesty. He is not limited like creation. He is whole, complete, and perfect. While we rely on so many things to live, God is completely self-sufficient. He needs nothing, yet everything needs Him. This should make us feel humble and grateful. We totally depend on His mercy and grace, while He remains eternally independent, the source of all strength and support. From the tiniest atom to the vast universe, everything happens under the absolute power of the all-powerful God. Nothing happens without His will, and nothing is impossible for Him. This should give us unshakable faith and trust in His plan. No matter how big our problems seem, we must remember that with God, anything is possible. The source of all power reminds us that all strength and might come from Him. He gives power, grants victory, guides, and protects. This understanding should make us strong, giving us the courage to face any hardship, knowing that true strength comes from our connection to the source of all power. Let's trust in Him, ask for His guidance, and try to live as He wants us to, for in His infinite power lies our ultimate success. My dear friends, thinking about these powerful names of God should fill our hearts with renewed hope, peace, and calmness. When we feel lost or alone, remember the ever-living God who is always with us. When we are burdened by our mistakes, let's turn to the most forgiving, who is always ready to pardon us. And when we face challenges that seem too big to overcome, we must trust in the all-powerful, knowing that He can change our situation instantly. Let these beautiful names of God be a constant source of comfort, guidance, and inspiration in our lives. May God help us understand and truly feel His magnificent qualities, to live as He wants us to, and to earn His eternal love. Amen.